In 2008, our alliance embarked on a journey to lead a continent towards economic freedom. We rallied around the values of servant leadership, deliberate audacity, and enduring optimism. These values formed an ideal captured not in some Latin motto, but in Swahili, Harambe, all pull together. This ideal became the basis of a community, the basis of a new African institution.
Greetings from the Harambeans Rome Forum. This is the 7th biannual gathering that we have hosted in the last 14 years. This is where we bring the Harambeans and Guilds and the Alliance Fellows to recommit to the idea that we must serve our continent.
Being a Harambean to me means I'm part of an alliance that places others first before oneself. If you look at some of the greatest things that have ever been developed in this world, it's people that thought above and beyond themselves, right? And that's what being a Harambean is.
People, for some reason, don't associate this thing called profit and capital and commercials with service and purpose and impact. And for me, those don't live in separate houses. You can grow a multi-million-dollar company that has servant leadership or service at its core.
We've got an ambition to empower 1 million girls around the world. And if I lead my company and my teams towards that vision, the impact and the ripple effect that that million will have will actually be 1 billion.
As an investor, whenever I see an entrepreneur looking for investment or looking for mentoring or market access, if I see Harambe, I know ethical and accountable.
The work we do focuses on companies that have reached a certain stage in their development, and then they're looking really for transformational money. We're talking about $30, $40, $50 million plus. The alliance, by definition, involves CEOs who are really ambitious, aspirational. Naturally, we find ourselves connecting with and helping companies run by Harambeans.
Each of the members of the network have incredible skills. They've built up these businesses, but they can't do it on their own. There's importance in the network, whether it's venture capital or providing learning and development. The alliance provides those models that others can follow to create this prosperity and growth in their own businesses.
It means being part of a global network for me. It means that I have access to other entrepreneurs building great businesses. It also means that I can serve them as an investor. We are really the first generation opening up and building for the next generation to come.
It's a really great ground to meet other ecosystem players. Coming from where I come from, I would never have access. And so for me, it's around how do we democratize access to incredible entrepreneurs.
Meeting Harambeans, you get a sense of a continent that has ambition, that can and will help itself. It will succeed in becoming a real economic powerhouse in the global future.
Rome gives us a great reminder of how much the past can teach us. It doesn't matter what your religion is. Look at what happened with faith, with work, with perseverance.
The Vatican is almost the definition of a timeless institution. It gets people thinking about really what does putting down a legacy in the ground mean, because they see the consequences of people 2,000 years ago who decided to do that and had the same mindset.
Mindset is critically important to building a business. And community creates mindset. Surrounding yourself with people who can see the future of the continent. Africa isn't easy, but it's where the biggest problems can be solved. And I think over the next decade, it's where the biggest problems will be solved.
It's redefining what are seen as the next biggest scalable unicorns, growth companies, whatever it may be, in terms of not just what we're doing, but who we're doing it for, and most importantly, why we're doing it.
It is fitting that our alliance gathers in the heart of the Vatican Garden to reflect on how our individual and collective efforts can unlock the potential of our continent. For even the tallest pine tree on the Vatican Hill began with a humble seed. We return to the eternal city of Rome to remind ourselves that a single seed can grow a forest, and an act of service can change the world.